Now, guys, when we need to talk about the population growth of India, in this we need to focus firstly upon, two different aspects of population growth. We have to focus upon the spatial aspect as to how population growth is taking place in different parts of India, and then we have to talk about the temporal aspect as to how the population growth of India has changed with time. So when we are talking about the spatial aspect, this is related to population growth across India. And when we are talking about the temporal aspect, we have to talk about the population growth of India with time. So now, guys, when we talk about the population growth of India, first let us talk about the general parameters that affect population growth. So now, guys, when we talk about the population growth, firstly, guys, the total growth rate of a region is the sum total of the natural growth rate and artificial growth rate. This you people know. That when we are talking about the total growth rate of population, it is the sum total of the natural growth rate and the artificial growth rate. Where, guys, when we are talking about natural growth rate, what is actually natural growth rate? Guys, natural growth rate is crude birth rate minus crude death rate. And when we are talking about artificial growth rate is defined or is calculated as immigrations minus emigrations. So when we are talking about the total growth rate of population in any part of the world, guys, the total growth rate can be measured as birth rate minus death rate plus immigration minus emigration. So when we are talking about population growth, guys, how many parameters are there that we have with respect to population growth? There are 4 parameters that actually affect population growth in any area. That is the birth rate, the death rate, the immigrations, and the emigrations. So this is, guys, the first thing that we need to understand when we are talking about population growth.